This state's in really big trouble. We need somebody that's willing to stand up and lead. There are too many people in this great state that are hurting. I grew up in a middle-class family and middle-class neighborhood. My parents believed in the American dream. Work hard, play by the rules. My dad was a letter carrier. He actually worked 2 jobs. He at night had a little Cushman scooter and he sold ice cream around the neighborhood. My mom was a practical nurse. My parents took us out to the lake. That was kind of cheap entertainment for us. And some friends of mine had a boat. We actually got the competitive water ski around the state. One of the things that it really taught me was if you want to be successful, you have to work hard at it. That really helped me to be competitive. My father served this country in World War II. That really inspired me, and as soon as I could, I signed up for the local Air National Guard and was called active duty middle of my freshman year at college. I was able to get my education and my military obligation done at the same time, and I graduated from Eastern Illinois University and taught a couple years in the classroom. And my mom, on a dare, bet me that I couldn't pass the firefighter's test. I guess it was in the paper, that's where she read it. I passed the test, went on to the fire department. 26 years later, I was the chief. Your community's dependent on you, your fellow firefighters dependent on you. They're expecting us to deliver that service expediently and efficiently. And I remember kind of the words commitment. It's basically government at grassroots. Some of the cases that really stick in your mind are the people that you can't help. The one that really sticks in my mind was a young girl that got run over by a train. And you know, I'm underneath the train and there's nothing we can do to save her, to help her. And all the training in the world sometimes can't do it for you. That commitment kicks in, the training kicks in, the bonding kicks in between firefighters, and you do your thing. It's all about how do we serve these people that are in trouble and how do we get them out of trouble. One of the old guys told me one time, he said, always leave your family with a smile, because you never know what the day brings. And you know, you start the day out just an average day, and before it's all over with, it's a complete mess. And guys have been hurt, people haven't made it through the end of the day, you've been with them. People that you don't even know, you end up having some kind of bond with because of the uncertainty of the whole thing. You know, when we talk about companies, they're really about jobs. They're really about families. My hat is really off to the small business people that continue every day, especially under these tough economic times. They're struggling out to make it, and we in government keep making it harder for them to survive. Absolutely the wrong thing to do for small business owners. Get out their back and let's generate this entrepreneurial spirit in this state. Let's ignite it. Let's get it going. Let's put people to work. When you look at the experience we had as firefighters and the commitment we had to the people we serve, and then you look at the corruption in government today, you wonder how people out there have any faith in their government. I know I don't. It's special interest groups. It's powerful politicians, multi-millionaires from conglomerates. We even have carpetbaggers coming in here. What an embarrassment to this state. That's the way we've been operating, not only our party, but our government. I think people in government today just don't get it. The everyday guy is out there struggling, and they're trying to make house payments and car payments and send their kids to school. And the only thing that comes out of state government, federal government, is about raising taxes. And you have people struggling out there in our communities and across this great state. I think raising taxes is absolutely the last thing we need right now. I just can't believe we don't talk about property taxes. Nothing seems to infuriate people more than property taxes, me included. I don't like them. And I think it's high time that we look at the burden it's putting on our senior citizens. I mean, some of them have to choose between medicine, electricity, property taxes, just to stay in their homes. We need to clean this corruption up in the state so that people have trust in their government. And we need to be a little bit more grassroots and see what the average person has to say and how government affects them in their daily lives. And really, let's take what they're doing and what's affected them and reverse that. You know, the Republican Party, it's at a crossroads right now. It's time for the average person to take control of the party, take control of our government, and lead it in a way that benefits all of us and not just a few. Change is coming. The question is, are we going to be the ones to lead the change, or are we going to be the ones that follow the change? People are looking for somebody that understands how it is down here in the trenches. I'm just an average guy, and I think it's time we look at some of the views that we at the bottom have and maybe operate from the bottom up instead of from the top down. I don't care if it's Southern Illinois, the coal miners, or it's in the suburbs of Chicago. We have got to put people back to work. We need a governor that's going to create jobs. We need a governor that's going to instill trust. And we need a governor that's not going to raise taxes and take money away from its people. We can change this party, and we can change this government.